Hello friends, we're going to get started in today's video by solving a little problem in my home, and one of those problem things are sunglasses. We have them strewn about the entire house. We've got some in toy boxes, the boys' bedroom. My husband has multiple pairs, and they're usually on these hooks in shoe baskets, on this ledge. They're just kind of all over the house, and there's never been a place for them. And one of my favorite things to do is to make sure that every single thing in my house has a place. And since glasses did not have a place, I'm going to make one. And so far, I am loving this system. I put it on this little edge in the mudroom because you can't see it from any other angle from the house, which means that they're hidden. So all of the kids' brightly colored sunglasses are all going to be hidden, and it's been working amazing. We have been loving knowing exactly where our glasses are, and my husband actually loves it. I only managed to find a few pairs, and I'm going to have to find a few more. So I know there's some all over the house, and now when I find them, I can gradually just put them where they're supposed to be, and hopefully it'll solve that problem for us once and for all. I also ended up ordering a little panel of hooks. So it's like a plate with little tiny hooks on them. That's the exact same width as the sunglass holder. And it's going to go right under the sunglasses holder and just add a few more hooks for little things like sunglasses and hats. Because like I said, when school starts, not really right now, but my boys have backpacks and jackets, and sometimes we have rain jackets and winter jackets, and those hooks fill up in the fall and winter. And so while it's not a big deal right now, I'm trying to prepare for this coming season, and I'm just going to get another set of hooks to hang on the wall that's kind of hidden for all of those little things that, we want to have when we're leaving and heading out our door. Now we're going to move on to the kitchen, and before I can clean the kitchen and get some extra cleaning things done, I do have to take care of the pile of dishes in my sink. I started a load, emptied it, did a few dishes earlier in the day, and now it's ready to be filled again. So we're just going to get this taken care of. That way we can continue our cleaning journey.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love. Stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love, memories washed in every shade of green in all the colors. Summer love. Turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to prove.
There were so many dishes to hand wash because I filled the dishwasher and there was just no room for them. I definitely prefer to let dishes sit and just run the dishwasher a couple times throughout the day instead of too much hand washing. I like to hand wash knives and nonstick pans and things like that so that they don't get ruined. But other than that, I really love the dishwasher. I don't know how we could get away without it these days. I can't imagine having to hand wash all my dishes. This pan was not getting clean, so I'm just going to soak it. We made kettle corn for a family movie night the other night, and it was left out, and I just kind of let it sit because I've cleaned kettle corn pan before, and it's always been a little difficult. Now I'm just filling up our oil. We like to fill up this small container of oil because the big one that we get from Costco is too large for the cabinet. So I just used an old vegetable oil container and fill that up over and over again. Sometimes your containers don't have to be super fancy. And if it's an old container that already exists, that works too. On this particular day, it was so sunny and beautiful. We've been getting beautiful 90-degree weather, and just today when I was filming, we are probably going to get close to 100, which for our area is a heat wave. We get heat advisories if we get to 90 degrees, which is funny because I'm sure a lot of you have weather that's way hotter than that. But where we live, it's kind of shocking to get weather that's in the 90s for long periods of time, and people aren't used to the heat. And so there's usually a heat advisory that goes out. I went to college in Central Washington where you're getting 100-degree weather sometimes in the summer. You kind of get that full 4 seasons. And so me and my husband loved that weather. We actually are huge fans of the super hot and dry climate. We love it a lot, and that's where we thrive. So we are actually thriving right now. We've been going on lots of walks, spending time out in the sun, and the puppy has actually been loving sunbathing when it's like a little cooler in the day. We've been trying to keep him inside and not go on walks during the hottest time of the day, but we also have a little pool in the backyard, and the kids love to swim in there and then jump on the trampoline and then swim again. And then our dog likes to hop in there once in a while to cool off. So just summer days are the best, and I love pretty much everything about them. My kids did some crafts and they are actually going away for a sleepover. So I'm just going to be cleaning this up, and these are the last crafts that my table will see for probably a couple of days. And then my kids will be home for one day, and then we're going to do probably like something fun like ice cream movie night and an adventure. And then they're actually going to be babysat again because we have a wedding out where we went to college, and me and my husband are going to make it into kind of a date. So we're going to go out there and just walk around our old campus and talk about, our dating life and reminisce, just go on long night walks, go to our favorite swimming spots, and we're also going to love going to the wedding and celebrating our friends, but we're also excited to kind of reminisce and do some of our old dates and our old walks that we used to go on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We've taken our kids out to where we went to college and did most of our dating, and they love it there too. So we're hoping to take them. It's kind of our yearly family adventure in the summertime. Normally, I just wipe down a table one time, but it was pretty bad. So I wiped it down a couple times and did all of the sides of it. And then we're going to move on, and there's still some more craft stuff that's spread out in the kitchen as well.
That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioning blues. Could do use some too. A little bit of sunlight.
Here's a little turtle my kids made. I'm showing you a couple, but there were actually 5 of them, and they were all so unique. I love it so much. Kids are so creative, and I kind of wish I was as creative as a kid. Their imagination is just so amazing. They could be bored sitting in a building and just come up with the most crazy stories in their head and daydream, and I just think it's really cool, and you lose that ability as you get older, so it's just really fun hearing their stories and seeing what they can create. Now we're going to quickly vacuum the couch and then move on to vacuuming the rest of the house. That bin that is still on the sofa table is actually my nail bin. I am determined to paint my nails before the wedding, and sometimes for self-care, I have to make sure that it's out, and I remind myself, kind of like a little chore. And so it's just sitting there because I still haven't done it, and I need to do that before the week's over. I've seen lots of people with dogs lint roll their couches, and I always wondered why people did that, but now that I have a dog, I understand, and I'm thinking about getting a lint roller for our couch, because even though I vacuum it all the time, I still find hair embedded in the couch, and so I feel like maybe that's why there's a lot of influencers who lint roll their couch as well as vacuum it, and maybe it's something I should give a try. So you guys will have to let me know if you have dogs that shed a lot. What do you guys do to get rid of dog hair? I love hearing all of the tips and tricks, and I have followed a few tips and tricks I've gotten for washing throw blankets in the washing machine, and those tips have definitely worked. So any other tips and tricks you have for a shedding dog is greatly appreciated. My patio doors are so bad right now, but the kids are doing experiments, and what I mean by that is they got this little plastic experiment kit, and it's got a lot of little like plastic test tubes and like just things that they can pour water in and out of. And all we do is we give them a little bit of baking soda and white distilled vinegar in a bowl, and they spend hours outside doing experiments, and basically all they're doing is making what they call volcanoes, and it keeps them so busy, especially in the summertime when they can do it outside. It does rinse off really easy, but there's like a white coating from the baking soda that kind of splashes and gets all over the patio furniture and the patio. And then it also kind of gets tracked in and on the patio door. So it is kind of a messy activity for kids, but they love it so much. Now we're moving on to the microwave, and the temptation to microwave our butter and melt it for any time we're baking or making popcorn is just too high. I always tell myself and my husband we're just not supposed to microwave butter. It's not a thing. I've tried covers for it, and this still happens. And I just know that we're just not supposed to microwave our butter. That would solve this issue, and then I wouldn't have to clean our microwave as often. But every single time we're in a pinch and we're not wanting to wait for the pot to warm up the butter and melt it, and we just throw it in, it's like the temptation to use it is just too high. You guys will have to let me know what you guys do to melt your butter, because the microwave just is so convenient. My little buddy's coming to say hi, so I had to quickly pet him, and he's going to kind of pop in and out of the video a little bit. While I was here, I decided to quickly wipe the inside of this. I'm not going to do a deep clean. A couple times a year, I'll spray Easy Off, and I will clean this out. And then I will also spray it all over the interior and then use a scraper to get off things from the glass. Today, I'm just kind of wiping it down and giving it a scrub. And I like to do this just because it does make those deep cleans a little bit easier. Now that that pan has had time to soak, we can finally finish hand washing the rest of these dishes. My kitchen sponge was at the end of its life, and whenever a kitchen sponge is at the end of its life, I like to clean something really dirty before I throw it away. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to quickly scrub down my trash can and my recycling can and then put those away to dry. And then we're also going to be cleaning inside of the trash cabinet because there were a lot of spills, and if you don't know, this is bug season and we've been getting lots of fruit flies and just all sorts of bugs. The bugs haven't been as bad this year as in previous years, and I think that's because I have that bug catcher that I keep in my kitchen at all times. It is always running, and then we've been putting our bananas right underneath the bug catcher, and bananas are usually the primary reason we end up with fruit flies, so I think that's really helped, and we have not had very many problems. Here I'm taking out an old craft that just didn't get recycled properly. And then as you can see, there's a lot of food that got stuck on the cabinet and under these railings. It needed a good wipe out, so that's what we're going to be doing. My camera did actually end up dying while I was vacuuming this out. So all you're seeing is me wiping it out, and I had to wait until my battery was charged before I could continue cleaning. Here's my dog again. He's just kind of keeping me company. He likes to check out anything that I'm doing. And this is one of his favorite places to hang out because the smells of the trash are just exciting. So he's like, "What are you doing cleaning up everything that I love to smell?" Now that that's wiped out, because I washed the trash cans in here, we're going to quickly give the sink a scrub, and then we are going to be throwing out the sponge, and then I am going to be going back in, and since there were trash cans in my sink, I like to do a really good clean. You will see that I will be going back into the sink and spraying antibacterial spray, and then letting that sit for the appropriate amount of time before cleaning it again. And then we're also going to be getting out a new sponge. I like to cut my sponges in half because I do not need them to be as big as they were. Here you can see I'm spraying that antibacterial spray, and then I'm just going to be letting that sit for a while because you can't just scrub out antibacterial spray or rinse it off. You have to let it sit. Here's a look at what my kitchen's looking like. We did a little bit of deep cleaning and some tasks that I've been avoiding, so it feels really good. Here's another angle. Lots of hand washing in today's video, so I apologize about that. If you guys didn't need dish motivation, there was plenty in today's video, so hopefully I can provide more content for you and you can get a little bit of everything. Here's our little buddy Yoshi. He is just the cutest and sweetest little addition to our family, and my boys love him so much. He's a little sad because the boys are playing outside without him, and it's a little too hot outside for him to stay outside without us being able to be out there and make sure that he's not overheating. Now we're just going to move upstairs and we are going to do some laundry. It has been a while since I've done normal homemaking on my channel. I've shown you guys a lot of decluttering, and I'll do whole house cleans where I'm moving fast and I'm putting things away and vacuuming, kind of my weekly chores. But it has been a while since I've done all of those simple homemaking things that happen on a daily basis, like dishes and cleaning the kitchen and laundry. So I thought I'd change it up and provide a video that maybe gives you motivation that is necessary for just your day-to-day life. You guys will have to let me know what your favorite content is. I'm always open to suggestions. There wasn't quite enough clothing for a full load, so I walked around the house and found more. There's always more laundry. It just is never ending, and most people understand that. It's the same in almost everyone's house. So here I'm just going to quickly make my bed. I'm not going to do a perfect job because I did not make my bed today. I'm just going to be fully transparent with you. We had a very busy day and we have been up and moving all day long. And so I'm just going to quickly make sure that the bed's somewhat covered so that I have a place to fold laundry. And then since it's so close to bedtime, I'm not going to put all of my decorative pillows out, and that'll have to be in another video. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched this video and subscribed to my channel. I appreciate all of you guys, and this wouldn't be possible without your support. It just shocks me every time someone else subscribes to my channel. Every time I look at my channel and I see that my numbers have grown, I'm just always so surprised because I watch my videos back. I always watch them fully before I post because I'm always worried I'm going to miss something or post something I don't want to, or maybe I say something and it just doesn't sound right. And every time I watch my videos, I'm just always like so shocked you guys want to watch them and spend time with me. And I put a lot of work into my videos, I do, but you know, when you look at yourself in the mirror or hear your own voice in the mirror, you always are your worst critic. And so I just really appreciate all of you guys, and I just love seeing the same people come back. I've said that before, and I really do mean it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'm just going to finish up the last little bit of this laundry here, and I will be back for a whole house clean with me in my next video. After I do a whole house clean with me and get caught up in my house, I am hoping to get back to my decluttering journey and take you guys along with me.